as you can see here, Alexis has had an injury, as many of our dancers have experienced. But Alexis is one of our recent graduates, has just recently been signed to an agency, and we are working on material for the callback for the prom national tour. I'm going to leave the laptop with enough space for you to view Alexis. Great. Yes, perfect. And if it's not too, it's a little chilly in here. If you're not too cold, do you mind taking off your jean jacket?
Fine. Yeah.
Great. So you won't see me anymore. I'm going to be at the piano. Good. And do you have your track here?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. So we might use that. So when's the last time you sang?
I just got out of a run through.
Oh,
so now.
Oh,
yeah.
so now.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're good to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So maybe we'll start with the track from the prom.
Okay.
So one of the things that Alexis and I have been looking at, and someone asked a question earlier about posture. That's one of the first places that I'm going to be looking as a clinician, as a vocal clinician, to see what are the natural tendencies of the anatomy of this particular artist, right? And of course, knowing Alexis, we discussed her previous injury and then rehabilitation. It has been now, what, 6
Yeah,
years?
like 6 years.
6
yeah.
years, yeah. So there's, extreme change in her anatomy post recovery, but it is something that we're conscious of and had been conscious of in our time together.
The whole time.
So looking at her anatomy, initially we had a little bit of internal rotation.
Yes, I normally stand like this if
Yes.
I'm not thinking about it. Sorry.
And that's okay. So one of the ways that we'll really look at that together is talking a little bit about that open and wrap sensation from some of our dance training. We're thinking about a little bit of external rotation, nothing that's going to cause any type of pelvic tilt or over exertion at the glute level, right? So cueing that we have gone through and developed for this new audition is open and wrap, and we discovered that through Alexis feedback. I'm always in the studio going to be asking a student, except for today because I'm lecturing, I'm going to be asking a student, what do you notice? And notice can be open to more learning modalities rather than how does that feel, what are you thinking of, what do you see, right? We're going to allow the student to really offer their feedback in order for us to develop a dialogue that serves their instrument. So open and wrap is one that physically serves Alexis. And then this area is one that I want to discuss with you all in terms of the wrap part for her also helps engage the lats, which we discussed as a technical concept for us vocally, but one that I'm interested in learning more about overuse from you as my colleagues. Good. And then lengthen.
Yes, my abdomen. I squeeze my abs.
Right. And so do you want to tell me a little bit more about that?
I work out 7 days a week and I dance 24/7, and we found out freshman year that my natural position was to close them off and hold them, but that I can breathe a lot better and just not reach for top notes if I think about lengthening it more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. So let's hear a little audition clip of this is the character Alyssa Green from the prom.
Yeah.
Yay! Do you want to hook up to the bows?
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
Let me turn on my
Amazing scents and aluminum free. See?
This is the best Tuesday night ever.
I know.
In person singing. So as we inhale, we're thinking those 3 cues.
The hair has to be perfect. The A's have to be straight. You have to join the debate club. On that, there's no debate. You'll have Bible camp each summer to keep you pure and clean. Endless rules apply when you're Alyssa Green.
Good, let's keep going.
Trophies have to be first place.
But now we're take away the cues. So go into
competition or
your
hoops for
regular
jumping through.
body stance.
Your mom's made sacrifices, so win homecoming queen. Cause it's do or die when you're Alyssa Green.
Okay, and now
And
thinking
you
open
wish
and
there
wrap.
was a world
Good.
where you were simply free to live. And when people criticized you, you had no more shits to give. And in this other lifetime, when you tell yourself be brave, you won't cave. That's the one thing I truly crave. But your feelings have to be phony, your weight has to be tracked. If you don't like shaking pom-poms, you'd better learn to act. Just have everything perfected by the time you reach 18. Don't ask how or why when you're Alyssa Green. Improve all of your strong points and hide things that you lack. 'Cause mom's convinced if you're perfect, your father might come back. You're not yourself, you're not what she wants, you're somewhere in between. Your whole life's a lie when you're Alyssa Green. That's kind of the cut then.
Yay! Yes! Awesome. Great. You can we'll press stop.
Yeah,
on that.
perfect. Awesome.
Good. So one of the things, and this is miraculous because Alexis and I just had our first in-person lesson on this material yesterday. And the adjustments elicit immediate response from the voice. So we hear less instability in the vibrato. So what I mean by that is you would notice that if we had "You're Alyssa Green, green," so greater consistency in that transglottal airflow. And that's one thing that we're really looking for in terms of creating a more professional, building a more professional sound. We also have, you would say you would report what from that?
Well, I just sang for 3 hours, right? And I feel a little tired, and it still felt easy. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's definitely stuff that I made a weird vowel on want, and there's a couple other things that I am very aware of, but it wasn't it didn't feel like a struggle, even though I just did a lot of vocal work, and I was doing Frenchy, so it's really high larynge.
Really high
I know how to
larynge.
say it. I got nervous because they're also smart, but yes, it's that.
Right.
But I'm good now. So
Right. And so this is, just out of curiosity, what happens when you sing standing on one foot? Sure. And so these are some of the things that we will employ. One area to help activate or encourage pelvic floor response, and I'm again looking forward to discussing these things with you all, is in what feels like plie prep. So that would be 1 foot, as if we were to do pas de bourrée, plie prep in a third or fourth position before. So that type of one leg standing balance and weight balance helps encourage some of my students in their core and pelvic floor.
And the lunge thing.
And the lunge, yes, to help release some of those individuals who are always in that squeeze and tight hip flexor response. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you. Good.